What's up, beautiful people, to another episode of Pursuit of Destiny podcast. It's me, Ricky Jones Jr., back again for another episode in which we are going to continue on and along the courageous week, okay? And so now this one is for those business owners in the making, okay? And I say it because I know there are people that watch this here YouTube channel as well as listen to the podcast that has business ideas, that has different things that they want to do but have yet to pursue them yet, or have yet to start them yet, or have yet to do it the right way, which is setting up a business entity and all that good stuff. But don't you worry, great people. I have 3 things to keep in mind for you as you launch out and do that thing courageously, okay? Because we're leaving this week courageously. Now, 3 things that you have to keep in mind as you are pursuing those things, launching those things, starting those things with a courageous mindset is 1, you have to not be able to, well, I'm gonna say it that way. You have to be able to not lean on the opinion of others, okay? That's number 1. Don't lean on the opinion of others. Number 2, you have to do it. Okay, Crystal talked about that yesterday on the interview. Be sure to go back and check that out if you missed it, but then just do it, right? And number 3, know that you are a risk taker. As somebody that is courageous, another word, a synonym for being courageous is a risk taker, but it's okay, right? We're going to talk through how those 3 things are the mindsets that you have to have, but then more than anything, instilling the qualities so that you can do those things. So started with number 1, not leaning on the opinion of others. Now, I said it that way because I don't want to just eradicate the opinion of others, because people's opinions are good, right? People have good ideas, good intentions. At the end of the day, they love you, but then outside of that, they will give you some beneficial feedback that will be necessary for your growth, will be necessary for different changes that you may have to make or different ideas that you may have to use and things like that. So we don't just want to dispel people's ideas, but we don't want to be fueled by or led by the opinions of others. No, you have to be able to look yourself in the mirror, look your business entity in the mirror, right? You know, you looking at it saying it's going to be great. It's going to be good. This is a great idea. I might not have it all worked out right now, but I can do the necessary things to fine tune what is necessary for it to go out into the market and do well. Okay. So you have to embody that and use that to fuel yourself, right? But don't lean on. We talked about it on Tuesday. You have to not lean on the opinions of others, which is something that is brave, right? You have to be fearless. You have to be brave. You have to be courageous, right? And those are things that we talked about this week. So I'm just recapping what's been said, but making it more applicable to you launching out and starting, because as you all know, talked about on the interview, my heart's desire is to be able to help people start, grow, and do their things, right? Like, just start. I'm here to help you start and just remind you that it doesn't take a lot, but I definitely know what it takes to start. So, hey, you have to do that, number 1. Number 2, you have to just do it. It's not done until you do it. That's what Crystal said. I agree with it. And it is so, right? You have to do it. What does that mean? Just do it. You have to start, right? Some people are stagnated on the thought of what's next. Well, just do what's next, so you don't have to think about what's next, so you can move on to the next, okay? And oftentimes people stop, people consider, people wait, people start a search, but then stop the search. Start going on, whatever business situation you have to go on to register your business in your particular state. Here in Florida, we have sunbiz.org. A lot of people go on there. They look at what it takes, and then they just stop, and it's cool. We're here. Reach out to us. We can help you pursue, push past, continue the steps, right? But people just stop and they don't go forward. They have the ideas, they talk it out, and then they stop, right? But you have to do it. You have to do it, especially as Crystal talked about. If it's something that you just been nudging and thinking and pondering and see the problem, and you're like, man, if only these people had this, and you have this that we as the people need, but you're holding on to it, and we're saying don't do that anymore. Let's do it. Let's get it out there. Let's let the market know what you have so that we can be a better people, right? And that's what it's for. It's a full circle situation. It's not just for you, whatever that business idea is, whatever that product is, whatever that service is. It's not just for your benefit, financially, but it is for the world to be a better place. So let's just do it. Let's just do it, right? Just do it. There is a brand that has that as one of their slogans, and it's so good. And I think, in that respect, is used in an athletic perspective, but it does work as just life principles in general. Just do it. Oftentimes we don't do it because of the fear of what's on the other side. But just think about how much fear it is that we have on the side of what if I never do it. Just think, you're 20 years from this moment thinking, oh man, what if I did launch this? I know I had an idea that I had sat on for a while, and then I later saw it out in the market, and I was like, oh my goodness. And obviously if I saw it in the market, it's doing well. So I'm just thinking like, man, that could have been, should have been me. But the idea just moved on to another person because it was something necessary for this world to be a better place. So yeah, ideas can pass, right? If you don't do it, somebody else will. That's a saying that applies on a lot of different scales in life. However, even in the business sector, I believe it is so. Even with ideas, I believe it is so. Because hey, people are going to continuously enter into this world. So know that ideas will continuously penetrate people's minds, be necessary in the world. And so, hey, we're going to do what's necessary. That's what we are going to do. That's what we're going to do, right? Those that are listening, those that are watching, that's what we're going to do. We're going to do what's necessary so that we can just do it, okay? Muster up the courage. Mark out a moment. Mark out a weekend in the next month or in this month and say, there's only one more weekend in this month, maybe the next month. But mark it out and say, this is the weekend when I'm going to do it. This is the weekend where I'm going to sit down, research, see everything necessary, and then I'm going to do it, okay? Plan it. Y'all know how I love plans. You know how I love goals. You know how I love tracking things out and then, going back from there. So do what's necessary. Don't allow stagnation to be the reason why you aren't fulfilled, you aren't happy, you aren't doing what you're purposed to do, passionate in doing and fulfilling your destiny in that respect. But then number 3, ladies and gentlemen, courageous people are risk takers, okay? It just is what it is. Courageous, you have to be courageous to take a risk. And taking a risk, that means stepping out into the unknown, stepping out into a world in which you're not familiar with. Even in the affirmation, we talked about doing something that's different. Risk takers, courageous people do things that are different, but when they do it, you then open the world to something new, open the world to another perspective, open the world to another idea, open the world to another product. And my goodness, doesn't the world say thank you? Just think, the Wright brothers, they were doing something uberly courageous. They were doing something uberly reckless, right? Risk takers galore. But at the end of the day, we all now benefit for them in doing that, because now we can fly. Now we can go from point A to point B in half of the time. And we can go around the world, right? Before you had to go on a ship, and everybody didn't make it to the other side of the ship because the other side of the voyage because ship conditions. But now we can fly. Thank you, Wright brothers, for being courageous. Thank you, Mark Zuckerberg, or thank you, Steve Jobs. The list goes on, right? So the people that did different things, were courageous about things, that were risk takers, but brave enough, right? Fearless enough to persevere. And now we reap the benefits of it. I'm telling you, you're sitting on a gold mine. And I'm asking you, ladies and gentlemen, this one goes out to those people that have the ideas but have yet followed through with them. I'm asking you, take this week, apply everything that you heard, so that you can propel who you are, what you were called to do, what you were purposed to do, and making this world a better place. We as a people in this whole world will be better because of you. I believe that even in taking this step, even being courageous enough to do the podcast, do the videos and things like that, I'm helping people, right? I may not help people immediately, but I believe uploading these podcasts, these episodes, these YouTube videos, it's going to be beneficial for people whenever they come in contact with it. And even with that, if you're watching on YouTube right now, if you would click that subscribe button if this video has been beneficial for you, or if you are in belief that other videos will, I would appreciate that. And if you're listening on podcasts, different ones, click that follow button. We would greatly appreciate that as well. But it's just that simple, ladies and gentlemen. Being courageous, right? You have to not to lean on the opinions of others as fuel to persevere. You also have to just do it. Do it. You gotta do it, okay? I mean, I can't say it enough, right? But then outside of that, know that you are a risk taker, but it's okay. It's okay. People that jump out of planes are risk takers, but they jump out with the idea that they have a parachute that's going to catch them, right? And they're going to pull that plug. Know that when you jump out, you launch out and starting your business, doing what you know you should be doing, you're passionate about doing, purposed in doing, there will be a parachute. Now, it may not feel like the parachute is just launched as soon as you pull it, but know that you won't hit the ground. At the end of the day, there will be something that catches you, some person, somebody, something that comes your way that will lift you up, help you continue on and do what you know you want to do. Don't fight the urge anymore, right? Stop fighting the urge to do it. Stop fighting the urge that you can't do it. Stop fighting the urge that you shouldn't do it. Persevere beyond that. Just do it. Be courageous. Be fearless. And know that we're here for you at the end of the day. And so at the end of the day, if you do need some encouragement, you do need a circle, you do need somebody that will uplift you, encourage you, motivate you, all those different things, definitely contact us. I'll put all of our information down in the description. And so, hey, we're here for you. We want the best for you. We want the best to come out of you. And we know that in being courageous, that will do so. So at the end of the day, great people, we love you all. We appreciate you all. Thank you for listening and watching this still episode. And know that we say this and we mean it oh so much. Don't just live life, but pursue destiny daily. Love you, great people. Till next time. Peace.